So the business is called Nelson Trucking. Have you heard of them before?
No, I think.
Okay. So I'm not going to, there's Jesse. I have not moved a lot of the documentation into Confluence. So any documentation we have is going to be in the Google Drive. So Jesse, I was just about to dive into just the business first, and then we can talk about the project.
Yeah, cool. Sounds good.
So Nelson is a trucking company, and what they do is they pair a driver with a truck to perform a job. So actually, Jesse, do you happen to have it open?
That's what I'm pulling up right now. Give me a second.
I was just playing in the backyard of the baby, so I did not pull it up yet. So it's a pretty straightforward app. They think about reports on data in a pretty antiquated way, which is they want to export that to Excel. But this project is the first time we've sort of pushed them beyond that. So there's still an element of exporting some data to Excel, but we really want to build a new dashboard that shows them a few things. So they have a new business need, which is to really assess how profitable their individual trailers, so the back half, of a truck, how profitable that is as a resource to their company. So we're going to create a report that is a dashboard that shows the jobs that trailer has been involved in. So Jesse, whenever you have it up and you want to start sharing, we can look at a little more specifically, but it's pretty straightforward. It's using Angular. What's it on, Jesse?
Sorry, give me 1 second.
All right.
Hold up. You guys see my screen?
Yep, I can see. Yeah.
All right. Hold on. Okay, that works. Cool. So yeah, it's AngularJS. Like I don't even remember the exact version number. You can look it up in the package.json, but yeah, it's nothing special. It's just all the AngularJS, and the code reflects that. So
yeah,
so it's a pretty old project. I only say that because we've learned a lot since then.
okay.
So Jesse, if there's anything specific that you feel is worth calling out, then do it. But it's not our prettiest project. I'll say that much. As far as the code, but it's working. It's doing just fine, and they run their business off of it. So.
Okay.
Sorry, I stopped sharing. It's taking a second. Some of these dev sites take a minute to spin up. If you haven't hit them for a long time.
Yeah, so you'll see some things that are pretty typical for our project, right? Like they've got their user management screen. They can create customers. They can create their assets. So they can create a trailer. They can create a job. They can create a driver. And then, like I said, they assign a trailer and a driver to the job. So most things, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Jesse, but most things drive through the job. So they'll create a job first, attach it to a customer, attach the driver and the trailer. And then once that job is performed, they still have a physical paper, I think, that they send along with the driver, and that gets basically handed over. And then billing is sort of a manual process after that. So we're still handling all the pieces, but there's still some kind of antiquated physical work that goes along with it. So what's a good example of like the things we were fixing lately, Jesse? Like the not updating the history, or we want to change the way that they handle multi-site customers because they just have the same customer. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Gosh, I know. I mean, we just added a report for them. Let me just give a quick tour of the app.
Yeah.
No one's seen it yet, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's dispatch means jobs. That's just how they call it. Like dispatch and jobs, same thing. So you click on dispatch and you get taken to the jobs page, and you can add a new job this way.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just click on a job, and they love opening up new tabs. So literally, when you click on something and it opens a new tab, that's all by design. So that's just the way it is. This is like the job detail screen. That's how you can look at it. It's just all the details about the job, and a job in this business is taking something in a truck and moving it somewhere else. And there's a lot of weird details that surround that, but that's really that's really it. It's just taking something somewhere. So from one city to another.
So their trailers do have a type, which they set in the creation of the trailer, but they know what they can and can't assign to the jobs. There's no validation on that, right, Jesse?
I doubt it. It was so long ago. I don't think so.
So that the new report, the thing that is the new piece of work, is based on that trailer and saying this is the types that are being used and what they're being used for and how many jobs they're on and how much revenue that brings the company based on those jobs that it runs.
So a job could have like multiple driver logs. So, you know, if you have a lot that you're moving, you know, different people taking different amounts of things at different times, and you get a driver log out of that. And then the driver logs, I'm giving like the high level. Not all of this relates to what you're about to do, so just don't worry if it's, you know. The driver logs will then drive their payroll, which they manage their payroll out of the system too. And they go to payroll planning, and they can do that here. You're not going to touch this screen, more just to give you an idea what the system does. The system also does invoices. So, you know, you have jobs and they use them for paying people and also for invoices. So, in terms of the, you know, the lookup tables, it's all under setup right here. So like if, you know, things like trucks, trailers, customers, things that are a little bit more static, you'll find them in setup here.
Okay.
You get a, you know, a customer list and then a customer detail screen. And yeah, that's by design too. The screens I believe that you'll be involved in, or most closely involved in, are the trucks and trailers.
Yep.
Yeah, John, I'm fuzzy on the exact details of the case, but let me stop sharing, and I got to do some work like get you assigned to the repo. So you can pull it down and you can play around with it yourself. I got to make a copy of my database.
That's right. Yeah.
So you can use some sort of live data for testing.
Yeah.
So I kind of expect the rest of this call to be that as much as you guys need to do it together. If you don't, then don't, you know, you don't have to hang around and look at each other.
And also, can you add us to the Azure resources so that we can access?
Are you talking about the Git repo for Git?
We are using Azure, right?
Oh,
resource.
yeah, for Active Directory.
Yeah.
Yeah, good question. I'm glad you brought that up. Let me do both of those right now while John, you give like an overview of the project, I guess, or the new work they're doing.
Yeah, I was gonna. I have to find the link from Austin, I think.
All right. Oh, right. He's got mocks. That's right. Right.
Yeah. So give me 1 second, and I'll be ready. I'll be there.
John, do we have a Kanban board for this project?
What was that?
A Kanban board. I mean, the Jira board.
Oh, hang on.
Oh yeah, we do have a Jira board. I can find that.
Yep. Cool.
And then, do you think you could just Slack me the email addresses of the people I need to invite to the repo?
Sure.
You could put it in the channel if you wanted to. I don't know if you joined that yet. We have a Nelson Trucking channel. If not, you can just Slack me directly, whatever you want.
I will create the group, all of us, Vietnam team, and you, Jesse, and John. Okay.
Great. Perfect. What I'm going to do though now is I'm going to tag you guys in the Nelson channel. So I can start posting links there. So we just have them in a centralized place. Perfect. Thank you.
Okay. John, do we have any documentation for this project so that the team can take a look and study the business logic?
Yeah, so I don't have a lot that's in Confluence, but I have some that's in Google Drive.
Okay.
So I can send you that.
Yep.
I'm going to send you a picture.
What picture, John?
It's a mock-up of the dashboard for this project, for this part of the project. Did you get that?
Yep, I can see the picture.
All right, cool. Will you share your screen? All right. So yeah, so this would fall underneath the reports drop down, and it would be called the trailer revenue report. And here's the idea: is that that's an individual trailer, so you can see across the top. We've got the trailer type, and then the revenue. And the revenue is just a breakdown of all the jobs that it's been assigned to within a date range. So across the top, right next to the giant. Sorry, hang on.
I just invited everyone to the repo as well as to the Nelson channel. So just let me know if no one gets an invite or what.
Thanks, Jesse.
Yeah.
Cooking sausages on the stove is making the fire alarm go off, and the baby keeps moving the fan that keeps the fire alarm from going up.
Oh man, that's tough.
So what I was saying is this is the dashboard that we're going for. Next to the title, the trailer revenue report, you can see there's a drop down for trailers, and then there's a trailer type, and then the range for the date, and then run the report. So the only thing that we want to change, and I don't have this document anywhere, I don't think, unless Jesse, you might have put this in the ticket, but that trailer where it's a drop down to select all, or it looks like you'd only select one. We actually want to turn that into a search box, and you can search for multiple trailers. So if you had all in there, you would see just like we shown here, every trailer would just show up based on the type that they select, and it could be all or a specific one. but they also want to be able to just look for one trailer or multiple individual trailers.
Yep.
So that's the only change from this mock-up. Otherwise, I think it's pretty close. The export entire report, obviously I don't think it's possible, at least, to make a sort of nested drop down like what this is if you export. So that first one, you can see the trailer 1, 2, 3, 4 is a refrigerated type, and then it's got those 5 jobs. There's no way to create that, so we would just make that many different lines with the job to create the CSV.
Okay.
Did that make sense?
It's quite familiar with the budget checker. We also have the export, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, my point was, like, for that first entry, you'd have 5 lines that would be for that first trailer and the jobs attached to it, and they would have to just aggregate those in Excel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can ask us again as we go through the project. As you get more familiar, that'll all make more sense.
Yeah.
But has anyone been able to pull down the repo yet?
I think after meeting, we will try to pull codes, and if anything wrong, we will ask you later, Jesse.
Yeah, sounds good. I'm adding everyone to Active Directory as well. The last thing I need to do is get you a copy of the database. How has that been done in the past? Do you guys have access to the S drive?
The F drive.
The local all source S drive?
I think so. I think we can access to the network drive.
All right, I'm gonna try to put it there because that's how we do it here with the database. We just pull it down from the shared directory. I'll try it there and just let me know if you can't. I'll ping you the path.
Thanks.
All right, do you guys need me anymore?
So
go ahead.
Yeah. So today the team will try to set up environment and try to learn the business logic in this project. So can you give us sample tasks, sample tickets, so that we can try to practice?
Yeah, I don't know that. Jesse, you tell me what it'll probably gonna fall on your shoulders. Sorry, man, this keeps happening to you, but
No, it's all good.
I think whatever they end up making, it will be code reviewed by you. So do you want to just try and start straight into the project, or no?
Are you? I'm definitely gonna code review stuff. Neil probably also. But were you asking for a code review thing or for a spin up ticket?
Well, I'm just saying they're asking for a spin up ticket, but sample cases to get started on to jump in.
That's right. Yeah.
I don't see any reason to not just jump straight to the project and try and knock it out. What do you think?
No, I think that's totally fine as long as there is clarity on the screen. They'll be updating. Trailer revenue. So this is a new screen.
Right. It's a brand new screen.
It's a brand new screen. So great. So you guys do however you want to implement that. Try to follow what we're doing, but I can't guarantee the way that we do things is best practice. So if you know best practice better, you go ahead. Like I'm not gonna take it personally. So
okay. So can you send us a tree report, and we can keep track that we are going on what task or what case?
Yeah, so you have NT-45 for the spin up. I actually need to do a couple of things real quick. One is complete the sprint that we did nothing on.
Yeah.
And also, if it's possible, please send us the case to log time hour. I mean,
It's already on there. So let me just get one more second, and then I can.
We also have the Vietnam work group like Gigaphoton. That's right, John.
Sorry. What was it?
Like a Gigaphoton, we had Vietnam work group. Just
Oh,
you know, that's for Vietnam team.
Yeah, I haven't set the board up for that yet, so I can do that.
You can send us later. No problem.
Yeah. All right, Young, here's a link for you. Make sure you can get there.
Have you guys ever used something called typewriter? So like we usually use, lately we've been using NSWAG and Swagger to get our like, to take our back end entities and make them on the front end. I don't know if you've seen the projects.
I have to watch yeah, we use Swagger also.
Yeah, so this project uses typewriter, just as a heads up. So you're when you save them, when you save a backend class, a TypeScript entity shows up in your AngularJS project. So just a heads up that that's what's happening. And then it's AngularJS, so it's all in Visual Studio. There's no VS Code, just all Visual Studio.
So we apply Swagger to render API automatically. That's what you mean?
Wait, what was that?
So we use Swagger to render the API client automatically. I mean, you can, for example, when we update some code in API, we will run the command line to auto regenerate the API client.
Yeah, normally yes, like for almost all our other projects, but for this project, because it's older, we were using something called typewriter. It's called typewriter. It's the exact same thing as Swagger. It's like the same thing. But there's no command line command. It just does it. You just save it and it does it. So
all right.
Just I'll let you guys play around and figure that out, but just a heads up that might give you a head start in trying to figure out, how that's working.
Yep. And please send us the Google Drive document also, Jesse.
I don't know if we have a Google Drive on this, John.
I'm sure we do. I just don't know what's in it really. I don't know that anything will really be of value. You're totally happy. It's totally fine for you to go and look through it, but this client only gives us like this amount of work every couple months. So it just so happens that we are overextended at the moment and need some help.
Yeah, so just ping the channel, for questions or
Yeah, for any blocker, I will message to you. All right.
I just in that group chat you'd put in for the emails, I just sent a Drive link. And then I don't know if I need to say this, but obviously the estimates that are on our tickets are for us that somewhat know what we're doing and are familiar with the project and whatnot. So I don't necessarily expect you guys will stay that close, but just let me know how you're tracking. If you feel like it's going to go way over or just a little bit over or whatever, let's try and keep just the time for the ticket to the ticket and everything else. Just put it in that spin up case.
Yep.
But otherwise, yeah. All right, Jesse, I'm gonna
All right.
bail on you, I think.
Yeah, man, no problem. No problem. I'll see you, John.
Okay.
Right now I'm just saving the database. So if you guys just want to hang out for like 5 more minutes,
Okay.
feel free to ask me questions while I do this. But yeah, I'm just trying to get you a database to work with.
Can you add me to? Can you still see my screen, Jesse?
Yeah, go for it. Oh,
Can you add me to Porto Azure resource group? I mean,
hold on 1 second here. Let me just wrap something. There it is. Sorry. Seconds. See if you can access that that file in the S drive as well. But anyway, I can see your screen.
so do we need to change any connection string to
Oh.
set up environment, local environment?
Oh man, yeah, you should change that. Well, that's my local config there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the regular config points to. Can you open up the other one? Let's see. The web config dot debug or yeah. Yeah, so looks like just SQL Express. But if you need to change that to make it work, you do that, or you could create your own web config. That's what some of us did.
Yeah, but firstly, we need to pull the database to local first.
Yeah, I just shared that. So yeah, save it and spin it up locally. And then you can, yeah, just point to that database. Are you able to access that file?
Yep. You mean the local? You mean the network local, Azure network local, right?
Yeah, I in Slack, I just slacked the channel, the path for channel dash client dash Nelson. There you go.
This one.
So that S drive. See if you can access that.
I'm not sure we can access the S drive.
Is there another one that you have access to?
Can we use the dev environment on Azure?
You could point to that. Trying to think what that would do.
Or can you send us the backup file, backup database?
I don't know of another way to get it to you. Do you know an easier way that I can send you that backup file?
You can, let me share my screen. Can you see? You see
Yeah,
my screen?
I see Slack right now.
You just backup and just start backup. That's one.
Yeah, that's
Backup.
that's what I did.
Yeah.
And I just saved it to the S drive.
Okay. I think we can send the backup file to the Google Drive.
Oh, you think so? Let's do that. Let me try that.
Yeah.
Let's see. This is Nelson.
How many megabyte database, Jesse?
It's not very big. It's an old database too. What is it? 4.5. But give me a second. I'm gonna upload it there. I just need to navigate real quick. All right, check the Nelson Trucking Drive link that John sent over. Oh yeah, probably different email, yeah.
This one.
Yeah, so let's see, scroll down. Right, that one that looks like a zip file. Yeah, what's that called? Scroll down some more.
Back.
Oh, I can barely see it. Yeah. Try that.
This one. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty small.
What is version your SQL server? The version 18, 18, right?
Yeah, I think it's 18. I can't imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be same. It should be the same version if we want to open it.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let the team try to use this backup file.
Great.
Okay. If we cannot, we will message to you.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
So I think that's everything, but I'm sure I missed stuff. So just, ping the channel or ping me, and if I get back to you, when I can. So.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Well, good luck.
All right.
Thanks for taking this on. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you, John.
All right. See you guys.
See you.